Hello everyone, I hope you're doing great in your lives. Today I'm here to share a journey, a wonderful journey which I have traveled so far. Let's get started. I would like to start from maybe 2 years back. So, 2 years back, there was a friend of mine who gave me a call and she said that, you know what, I keep on seeing repetitive numbers everywhere. I said, so big deal about it. It's fine. So she said, no, it's not how easy you're interpreting it. I checked and I asked a few people. They said that there are certain angels who try and who communicate to us, and whenever you see certain repetitive digits, they mean something to you, and you have to understand the meaning, and they guide you, and all of this. I said, great. I said, then how are you going to communicate with them? Said, no, it is like whenever you see a number, you're supposed to write down the wish on a blank sheet of paper, and then the angels come and then they read it up, and then your wishes get fulfilled. I said, wonderful, great. And then I kept the call and I was like, what, is she out of her mind? What is she trying to tell me? I respected her call, her perspective towards whatever understanding she had about this entire numbers experience. But I was not at all convinced about what it was and what it did to her and things. After that, after a year maybe, I joined a tuition class with my ma'am, and she used to teach me psychology. I was in my third year, and she used to teach me like lecture based psychology, like chapters and everything. So one fine day in our lecture, she asked me, it was quite context relevant talk, and in that she asked me, do you believe in God? I said, well, no, I am a person who believes in my hands. I believe in the efforts that I put in. I feel if I don't put in efforts, I'm not going to get anything in return. She said, she had a smile on her face, and which was like, I'm going to change your perspective types or something like that. And but still, she was very calm about all of that. And then I said to her that, ma'am, I feel if I don't study and I just keep on praying to the God or the energy or anyone I believe in, and I expect a miracle out of it, I think it is not possible. She said, yeah, absolutely. Whatever you said is absolutely right. But if you study and a friend of yours who has equal intelligence and equal amount of capacities and potentials, and even she studies, both of you all appear for the exam at the same point, and after that she stands first and you stand second, irrespective of having equal intellectual capacities. Why is that so? I i was numb. I had no words to say. So far, before this encounter with ma'am, anyone who could approach me, I was this spontaneous to that person. I said, see, do you have the answer for this? I mean, this is the reason I believe in work. I feel work is everything. And after she kind of gave it on my face right away, I was completely numb. It was a life changing statement for me. I never had answer for that. Why I'm second and why is she first? Then I said, it's luck. She said, what is luck? How are we going to define it? What happens? I was totally I was totally taken aback. I was totally surprised with this, and I went home with this thought. She never discussed about this because she knew what she had delivered to me. And after coming home, I was sitting with this thought, and I started believing that, yeah, I mean, there is a positive energy which is almost responsible for the things that we do. It protects us and everything of it. And after that, after a week or so, she came to me. I mean, I was in the class, and she came to me and she said that I would like to share something that is happening to me. I said, yes, ma'am, please do. She shared a very spiritual, miraculous experience that she was experiencing. She shared about the repetitive events that were happening to her, which conveyed a pattern and which tried to communicate certain things to her. She told me, and I was completely surprised about the facts and the things and happenings and the reasoning she had about the entire experience that she was going through. I believed in it. I came home with this thought, and I shared it with a couple of people. But it was so strongly into me. It was so strongly imbibed into me. It almost had a very strong, what you can say, a very strong printing maybe uh, on my thought process or something. And after that, I went to her and I said, you know what, ma'am, whatever good happens in my life, or whatever happens in my life, there is always a connection which I sense relating to number 7. Initially, I used to believe that it is very much related to my birth date. It is just 17, so I feel that whatever good happens in my life is because of that birth date which I had, and it is very much related to that. But I always used to say that 7 is my lucky number and stuff, which I'm sure every one of us have. So I felt it that easy, and one fine day I just told her this. She didn't say anything to me. She was very patient in her entire approach towards whatever I was experiencing, because she knew she knew it thoroughly. So then that was the point where she almost explained what synchronicity meant, and she said, keep be open in receiving the messages that you're going to receive. I said, yeah, I will. I came home, and yeah, it was in my head. I started googling up. When when you kind of know certain things, get to know certain things, you have this curiosity in you, and you keep on kind of googling it up, talking to friends, discussing so much of information, all that. I was through that phase, and I got to realize that 7 is a very powerful angelic number. It communicates really good things to you. And trust me, after that, I just started seeing 7 everywhere, wherever I go. May it be my phone bills, may it be my hotel bills, may it be the number on my car, uh, every single place. And I started being. It was miraculous for me. I just didn't knew what exactly was happening to me. I went and I told her, ma'am, this is what is happening to me. She just smiled. She didn't say anything. I said, okay, fine. This smile means a lot to me, because she has a very subtle way of communicating things to me. So, yeah. And after that, she said she has a deck of cards. Now, that concept was again very new to me. Uh, she said she has certain cards called angelic cards, and she said that I want you to choose for you. I'll choose it for myself, and you choose it for yourself. I said, okay, ma'am, let us choose that. And I chose 3 cards, out of which one I remember was a transformation card, and it said that it is the only way out. I was supposed to approach it with a lot of joy, and I realized that I was at a threshold of something transforming within me. But at the same time, I even realized that transformation is not going to come automatically to me. Even I should be ready for getting transformed. I obviously didn't knew what it was, but I felt and I trusted the process. I said, "Fine, let us go ahead with this." After that, I came home, I started drawing angels. Once you start liking a process, you start being a part of it thoroughly, and you start welcoming whatever is associated with it. I was in that phase. So yeah, I started drawing angels and painting it, and everywhere there used to be angels on my wallpapers, every single place. And after that, the second time I chose the cards, it said that there's something. I got to show some courage, and it had a clear message. It said that take one step, God takes 10. Since that day, I started seeing a lot of YouTube videos. Whatever I used to think, whatever I needed at that point in time, automatically there used to be suggestions on YouTube relating to the videos which I needed, or the information which I was supposed to receive at that point in time. May it be about anything, may it be forgiveness, may it be love, may it be anything that I needed at that time. I used to get that information. I felt a very strong connection with the source I was trying to communicate to, and I received messages which confirmed this faith in me that if I ask for, I'm going to get what I want. After During this entire phase of mine, I was very inquisitive about whatever was happening, and I was sharing it with everyone. And people obviously didn't believe the madness I was going through, because it's very unusual to believe in whatever happening I was experiencing. Then my mom asked me to come for a meditation. Meditation, I had never done it before. I found it to be a very boring process. The first thought that you're not supposed to think about the things that you're thinking it was very contradictory for me, and I never believed in this. I said, "How is it possible?" Then she said, "No, I want you to go. I want you to come." I said, "Okay." I had 100% faith in whatever she was introducing me to, and I went. Believe in me, in that meditation, it was a guided meditation. My mom and a colleague of hers, or maybe you can call it best friend, both of them started giving a guided meditation in that space. During that meditation, I had a very beautiful experience. I could feel the presence of a very positive energy in the process of that meditative state, and I felt that the energy that I believed in was right in front of me, and I could feel the warmth about the energy I believed in. I I cried on that day. I felt amazing about this. I came home, I shared it with everyone, and believe me, since that time, I kept on receiving messages over and over again and again through the angels, or the spirits, or you call it the universe, which tried to communicate to me in various possible ways. At times it was through numbers, at times it was through certain smells I received, at times it was through the cards. I In that process, I received a card which said, "Awaken your spiritual alarm." That was the time where I realized that, okay, I have come a long way, and there's a big ocean to still cross and to still discover and explore. And I was ready for this. I was ready to be through that ocean, to experience it thoroughly within me. And the process continued, and I kept on receiving messages about what I'm supposed to do. It used to be like, if I asked that this is what this is the dilemma I'm into, or what should I do, some or the other happening used to come and happen, and it used to make me reach to the answers through various ways. And I was completely thankful to the universe about what the happening was all about. I would love to share an incident with you all. My grandmother was getting operated, and it was a serious surgery, eye surgery. And the date that was decided for her operation, I was not really comfortable with that digit. And I just was not, because there were apprehensions, and there were certain past baggages associated with that date and digit and everything. I just prayed to the universe. I said, I know it is going to happen good, because I know you're there. You're there to protect the happenings. But this is the fear I still operate through. I know you're going to there. I know you're there to protect the happenings. Trust me on this. On the third day of the operation, early morning, we received a call from the hospital saying that the operation is getting postponed, and the date that they gave, when it was totaled, it came to 7. I was completely thankful to the universe for this, and I still am, for making that happen to me, for making my wishes come true. One thing that was very dominant about this entire process was that the universe is there, and it is always going to there to help me, to guide me, but I should be open to receive it. If I close myself, no matter how the universe tries to help me, I am not going to receive the help. So I was supposed to be very much open. I was supposed to be very much surrendered, very much grounded for the happenings that were happening with me. I also would want to tell you that it is very important to believe in the power of now, because it it is a very dominant phase of our life, to which we never give much importance. For us, it is the past or the future that matters the most. But I feel, if you don't respect the now, you're never going to respect the past or the future, because your now decides your future. You can't change your past. It is very important to be in the awareness. It is very important to be mindful about whatever is happening to you. There is and always a reason for every happening in your life. So that 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 was something that I learned through this. In my process, I came across certain people, like the another ma'am of mine, the colleague of the ma'am who introduced me on this path. Uh, she suggested me certain books which changed my life massively, which opened a lot and lots of avenues for me. And yeah, I mean, it was life changing for me. I also believe that you receive the informations when you have to. You never receive it before, you never receive it later. The whole purpose behind explaining what my journey so far was, because I feel that someone else's journey inspired me a lot, and it opened massive big doors for me to walk into the path I was made to work on, which I never was aware of. It might help you as well. I have no idea what is it going to do with you, but my task was to deliver what I have so far with me. So towards the end, I would like to say that the magic is within you. Don't try to find for it anywhere outside. Be grounded, be surrendered to the energies that you believe in, and it is very important to keep your energies always positive, and trust in the moment of now.